It's okay to feel tired. These 5 words form perhaps one of the most difficult permissions to grant ourselves in a world that glorifies constant productivity. Fatigue in our culture has been transformed from a legitimate biological signal into an emblem of failure. Feeling tired has become almost a confession of inadequacy, an admission that we can't keep up with the frantic pace imposed upon us. But what happens when we stop to truly listen to our fatigue? When we receive it not as an enemy, but as a messenger? Fatigue is the body's language saying, enough. It's the soul's voice whispering, we need a resting point. It's our entire being system asking for a pause to reorient, reassimilate, regenerate. Your fatigue may be physical, that exhaustion in your bones after weeks of intense work. It may be emotional, the accumulated weight of worries, losses, or changes. It may be mental, that fog that clouds thinking after making too many decisions. It may be spiritual, that feeling of having chased meaning so hard that you have lost touch with the sense itself. Each form of fatigue is valid. Each deserves to be recognized, welcomed, and respected. For fatigue is not a sign of weakness, but of humanity. It's proof that you have been engaged with life, that you cared, that you've tried, that you fought. Your fatigue tells the story of your engagement with the world. Rest if you need to. This is not a condescending concession, but wise instruction. Rest is not an intermission between the important parts of life. It's an integral and vital part of life itself. Just as the land needs fallow periods to recover its fertility, we need periods of rest to recover our ability to flourish. But what kind of rest truly restores us? It's not just about sleep or physical inactivity. True rest is multidimensional. Physical rest allows the body to repair itself. Mental rest gives space for new ideas to emerge. Emotional rest allows feelings to be processed. Spiritual rest reconnects us with what is greater than ourselves. Activity rest is an art, consciously choosing what renews us. It might be a walk in the nature, reading an inspiring book, a meaningful conversation, meditation, artistic creation, or simply being present without agenda or expectation. There is a deep vision in recognizing when we need to stop. It's an intelligence that goes against the cultural current but is aligned with the nature rhythms of life. Seasons have their periods of activity and rest. The days has its hours of light and darkness. Even ocean's waves have their advance and retreat. Why do we humans consider ourselves beyond these cycles? Strategic rest is not escape but tactical retreat. It's not surrender but resupply. It's what allows the warrior to return to the battlefield renewed. It's what allows the artist to see with new eyes. It's what allows the leader to make wiser decisions. But don't stop believing in what's possible. Here lies the delicate and powerful balance. We can rest without giving up. We can acknowledge our current limitation without abdicating our future vision. We can be gentle with our tired humanity without betraying our dreams. Believing in the possible is a radical act in a cynical world. It's keeping the flame of hope alive when circumstances seem to extinguish. It's seeing beyond what is to imagine what could be. It's refusing to accept that present reality determines future reality. But what is possible? The possible is not just a linear extrapolation of the present. The truly possible emerges from the meeting between vision and action, between dream and practice, between faith and work. The possible is what begins as a whisper in the soul and with care and persistence becomes reality in the world. Believing in the possible means recognizing that change is constant. What seems immutable today can be transformed tomorrow. Understanding that small, consistent steps lead to big changes. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Remembering that we've overcome challenges before our personal history is filled with examples of reliance. Knowing we are not alone, others have walked similar terrain and can inspire or support us. Trusting life's process, even the most difficult periods contain seeds of growth. Faith is the possible is not a denial of current reality, but an expansion of vision about what reality can become. It's the ability to road to truth simultaneously. I am tired right now, and tomorrow can be different. The dance between rest and faith. The wisest, most sustainable life dances between these two poles, honesty about our present limitations and faith in our future possibilities. As we breathe in inhalation and exhalation, we need both rest and dreaming, both repose and hope. When we deny our fatigue, we risk burnout, a collapse that takes us completely out of the game. When we deny the possible, we fall into despair or apathy, a surrender that prevents us from even trying. The middle path honors both. I am tired, so I will rest. And while I rest, I continue to believe there's more ahead. This dance is especially important during life transitions, periods of grief, moments of uncertainty, or any time we feel overwhelmed. During these times, we may need more rest than usual. And this doesn't mean we have lost faith. It means we are being wise about how to rebuild our strength. Practicing this dance creates resilience. It develops the ability to face setbacks without crumbling, to navigate difficulties without losing direction, to honor our limits without abandoning our dreams. How do we transform this philosophy into daily practice? First, cultivate compassionate self-observation. Learn to distinguish between different types of fatigue. It is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Each asks for a different kind of response. Second, develop a repertoire of rest practice. What truly renews you? It might be something as simple as a few minutes of conscious breathing, a cup of tea in silence, or looking at the sky. Third, nourish your vision of the possible. Keep a dream journal. Surround yourself with inspiring stories. Connect with people who expand your sense of what's possible. Fourth, create rituals that honor both. Perhaps an evening ritual where you're honestly acknowledge the day's fatigue and also affirm your faith in tomorrow. Perhaps a morning practice where you connect with your intentions before facing the day's demands. Fifth, practice radical patience. The most significant changes rarely happen overnight. The journey from possible to reality is often a winding road requiring persistence and, yes, pauses to rest. In a world that constantly asks us to do more, to be more, achieve more, the practice of honoring our fatigue while maintaining our faith in the possible is revolutionary. It's a declaration that we are human, not machines. It's an affirmation that well-being is not a luxury but a foundation. This practice allows us to live more sustainably, more authentically, and more meaningfully. It helps us avoid the extremes of burnout on one hand and cynicism of the other. It keeps us in the game for the long term, not just in exhausting sprints. Remember, all great journeys include moments of pause. All great creators know the value of fertility. All great transformations require both action and patience, both work and rest, both realism and dreaming. So when you feel the weight of fatigue, don't reject